Yo, welcome back to another episode of Superhero Swag. This will be part one of my collection video. So what I wanted to do was bring all of the heavy hitters out. A lot of the cats that came in recently, more recent than others. So, as you know, I have gotten into G.I. Joe. So, of course, we got G.I. Joe characters. There we got this Falcon right there. Right there is Falcon. Heavy Duty. Kamakura. There's Quarrel. There's Storm Shadow. I got a bunch of different Dusties just so they can be like grunts. Alright, there's Lowlight, Spirit, Bazooka. There's Stalker, Rock and Roll, one of my favorites from when I was a kid. Same with Stalker and Duke. Here's Duke. There's Scarlet, General Hawk, Sergeant Slaughter, Leatherneck. Oh, I forgot to put Rakondo's hat on. Okay. And then that is... I believe that's not Falcon. Is that Flint? Might be Tiger Force Flint. And then that is regular Dusty. And some more Tiger Force Dusty. There's Destroyer in the back. Here's Doc. Of course, we got Snake Eyes. There's Beachhead. Another one of my favorites. So that's the G.I. Joe side of things. And then, of course, I got Luke Cage in one of those Secret Empire Captain America suits. Because I'm redoing my Project Patriot. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you already know what that is. It's my Kit Bash team that I will be bringing into the universe. For those that know about that, Shorts Feed is an action figure comic book universe that has been going on for a little over a year. And there is your boy Chris Star and Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet. You got your boy Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, along with the bike. And there's Hulkbuster Iron Man and Mojo from Mojo World, X-Men. There's that massive boy right there, that Gamerverse Venom. That boy is massive. There's Odin, the All-Father, Thor's father. Still, in my opinion, figure of the year last year. Hands down. Hands down. The detail and the love put into this figure, the extra head sculpts, the ravens, the staff. Bruh. Stop it. And you got your Maximum Series Hulk back there. And then we got Crystal and Lockjaw and Karnak, the Inhumans. I didn't put Medusa or Black Bolt up here because they need reissues immediately. There's Scar, Son of Hulk. Kang in his time chair. There's the homie Rom, Space Knight. The Beyonder. See, that's what I mean, man. I had to put the heavy hitters up here. The Beyonder. All right. Okay. Now let's go over here to Cobra. And you see, I am a big fan of Cobra. It's my guy right there. All right, so let's see. We have Zarana, a Cobra ninja, female ninja. One of the Corsican twins is either Tomax or Zaymot. Then you got some more Vipers back there. Destro, Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander, and Dr. Mindbender. Like I said, either Zaymot or Tomax or Zaymot, one of the two. I can't remember which one has their sash the one way and which one has their sash the other. More Vipers, Cobra Soldiers, Cobra Ninja, just Cobra. Just Cobra. All right. Now let's go down to level 2. And this is where I try and do my spooky thing with all those spooky characters, the occult, magic and ghosts and goblins, vampires, demons. All right, so let's start with Dr. Voodoo. All right, Damien Hellstrom, son of Satan. In the back over there, I cannot remember his name right now. I know I'm going to remember it later. He was a Build-A-Figure. He is a student of Doctor Strange. So we've got him back there. Right? And of course we've got Clea, Doctor Strange's wife. And Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Blackheart, comic book Wong, because I know y'all like, where's his hair? Not Wesley, but there's only one blade. There's only ever gonna be one blade. There's Helverine. And then we saw Danny Ketch. This is, of course, Johnny Blaze. Then there's the Orb. Shakila. She was married to Deadpool at one point. I know that's some weird, but look it up. Come over here, we got Dracula. Looking badass. And of course, we got Moon Knight. And he is the first, but not the last, to get a cloth cape, because that is fire. Look, guys, just, yeah, that's fire. All right. That is my spooky shelf. You know, my occult, supernatural shelf. All right, let me get back over here. Ha 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 ha. You can already see where this is going, right? That boy right there, man. Crowning jewel right now. Crowning jewel, Dragon Man. Yes. Made to order. And this one is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And this boy is nice. The detail, I did a full review on it. The wings, the scales, toe articulation, bendy wire tail, grabby hands, closed wings, because you know you can switch the wings out. And then another thing that I like is he can, he he can say a little something. So in this, what I got is a lot of Fantastic Four characters. Kind of just like looking at him because he's the new hotness on the shelf right now. So they're all kind of like, who is this dude? So right over here we got Psycho Man in the green and white. And we just saw Fantastic Four First Steps. And there's Franklin and Doom, Namor, Wolverine and Spider-Man, and Valeria. Now I ended on Valeria because Valeria is the person that fixed this guy to where he's more like a beast character. He walks around with his glasses reading books and stuff. Now he used to get manipulated by all of the supervillains, and he fought the X-Men, the Avengers, Fantastic Four. Like he had just was big dumb dinosaur, big dumb dragon that just got manipulated by everybody, and then she fixed him. So now we supposedly have the Future Foundation coming. We'll see what happens with that, because I definitely like those outfits. I've been trying to get Ben Grimm in something other than shirtless for over a decade, and they just act like they're scared to cover that man's chest as though he did not have full outfits in the comics. What's the problem? But we all know who these guys are. If you saw First Steps, you see Johnny, you see Reed, Sue, and that's not Shalabal, that is Norrin Rad. And then you have Owen Reese, the Molecule Man, and behind them another Herald of Galactus, Terrax. All right, that's my Fantastic Four / Welcome Dragon Man to the shelf. Woof, man. Oh, and fun fact, shout out to A Punk with Toys, but I was a couple of hours before him, and me and A Punk with Toys are the first 2 reviewers in the US to review this boy right here, because I was watching real close. But your boy was first. I was number 1. I was on top of that, bro. I was on top of that. So now let's go over here to my Spider-Man show / street level. All right. I've got, excuse my clothes over there. I got, been in here trying to get this together. So it's not exactly, pristine, super clean in here, but I figured you guys get the point. Okay. All right. So starting from over here. Oh, come on. This guy. Okay. There's always one. So anyway, that was Mr. Negative, because he's being negative and falling. Man, trying to get all of these figures to stand up. Let me give you a quick. Trying to get all of them to stay standing. That'll be, whew, that's a job, man. That is a job. Because they fall for no reason. They do. We got Scarlet Spider. These are like I say, my heavy hitters, action figures that I was like, wow, I was really happy to get. Punisher with the face paint. There's that new Miles. I like that way more than I thought I would, even with the hips. Just like the smaller body, the smaller buck for Miles. The beginning for Miles. So I like that. That's from the comic book wave. Classic Power Man and Iron Fist. I do love that new Luke Cage, and I'm waiting for a Doc Samson on that buck. But, bro, this is what I remember. This is what I remember. In my mind's eye. Right, Dan? All right, so then we got Norman Osborn, Bullseye, Flint Marco, aka Sandman. Eddie Brock, aka We Are Venom. The Rose, standing next to his dad, Wilson Fisk. There's Arcade and Tombstone, and they are looking dapper. Look at them, bro. Cue the theme from Suits. Then there's Gamerverse Miles, because after he took over in Marvel Spider-Man 2 in the PlayStation, this is the suit that I went with, because that other suit with him with the braids out was complete and utter trash. Straight dumpster fire. This is the suit that I had my Miles go with when he took over as Spider-Man in the game. This is the suit. So you know I was super hyped when they released the figure. I jumped on it, right? All right, then we got your boy, the Maximum Series Spider-Man, along with some floral wire. I know you may have seen that video where I showed everyone that these are the best webs, McFarlane webs that you can get for your Spider-Man. Get that floral wire and just use your imagination and work it out. Then another figure I didn't know I was going to enjoy as much as I do. This Daredevil with the heavy cell shading. Love it. Shang-Chi. There he is. There's Elektra taking over for Daredevil when Matt got locked up. I like that. There's Lady Bullseye. And Craven. And Kane. And Chameleon. And still one of my favorite figures, man. Jack-o'-lantern. Look at that figure. It's just beautiful, bro. The oranges, the greens, the scales, the translucent fire, the jack-o'-lantern itself, the pumpkin. Just, bro. Great work. Absolutely great work. That is art. I love it on my shelf. I love it. All right. Let's go down to the next level. And boom. You know we had to do this. We gotta do this. This is the Avengers shelf. So you know we had to. Black Panther. Hawkeye. Black Widow. Here's She-Hulk. I know that'll be the next thing hitting my email will be that Fantastic Four She-Hulk. Because my boy just told me he got his shipped from BBTS. So I know mine is on the way. There's Riri. So that people could see that yes, she was a real character. Yes, she has an action figure already. And stop hating on the Iron figure. The Iron Heart shell. Just stop it. Just stop it. There's Vision. And Thor, one of the many Thors I have. And a Kit Bash head swapped version of Iron Man. Ultimate Iron Man. His Ultimate Cap. 80-year anniversary Hulk down here because I wanted the full Avengers. There's Sam in the back. Captain America. Comic book version. That's what I do. Moondragon. Comic book accuracy perfection. Simon Williams. Carol Danvers. Miss Marvel. And then there's Icarus. And Black Knight. And the next shelf. Let's get down here and get low. All right. This is, of course, my jam. The Mutants. The X-Men. We already know who that is. Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Rain Sinclair, Wolfsbane. There's Strong Guy. No, his first name's Guido. I know that. And there is Nathan Dayspring Summers, aka Cable. Sean Cassidy, aka The Banshee. So glad to get this, man. Classic Banshee that I remember from Giant Size X-Men. Man, was waiting for this. I had the original from way back, bro. Such an improvement. Glad to have it. Glad to have it. Ultimate Wolverine. Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat. I know a little girl who can walk through walls. And there's Professor X. And Colossus. Cyclops and his X Factor. Jean X Factor. Yes, Iceman X Factor, because I took the alternate Cyclops Bucky cap and just made it Iceman. And yes, that is a Peter Parker head sculpt. I'll switch it, because the other head sculpt for Peter Parker for my Spider-Man, that Maximum Spider-Man, that's another whole nother conversation. There is Uncanny X-Force Deadpool. Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler. So glad they finally gave him another outfit. An update on X-23 in her Uncanny X-Force outfit. But still, no ab articulation, really. It's all in the upper diaphragm. Disappointed about that. Toe claws, of course. There's Warren Worthington III, aka Archangel. And there is John Proudstar. Or is it James? Anyway, Warpath. And there's Luther Manning, aka Deathlock. Lilandra Normani. I just heard somebody fall in the background for no reason. And there is Lucas Bishop chilling back there. All right. And then let's hit this last shelf, because like I said, this is part one. I don't want to hold y'all for too long. This, of course, is your boy Fabian Cortez. You have Apocalypse back there in the blue and purple. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. The Blob, Fred Dukes. There's Nemesis from the Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave, aka Holocaust. And there is Mystique, Raven Darkholme. Mortimer Turnby, the Toad. So disappointed with how they did the articulation on my favorite suit that Rogue wore. I hope they do her better on the X-Men 97 version, man. There's Destiny, Irene Adler. And that Sabretooth is still just beastly, man. That Sabretooth is beastly. Look at him, man. He is nasty work. Woo! I love it. There's Strife. Emma Frost. There's the master of magnetism himself, Eric Lensher, aka Magneto. In the back over there with the black and white, that is Phantom X. In front of him, the blonde, that is Husk. This is Monet St. Croix. There's your girl, Marrow. And over there in the back, even though I'm about to get a new one, is Psylocke. Hopefully they give her the updated buck and just put that color scheme to it so we get it right. But and then down at the bottom, you know, I don't keep any figures on the bottom shelves, so I use the boxes. I don't want my figures to get all super dusty. So yeah. All right, everybody, this was my collection video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that little bell and get notified each and every time we drop new content here at 16 TV. We got a little bit of everything: music videos, talk show, my crazy work rants, action figure universe comic book going on in the shorts feed. So yeah, until next time, peace.